Alright guys, so today we're going to talk about the plugin Dehancer for DaVinci Resolve, Adobe Premiere and Final Cut Pro. So what is Dehancer and what does it do? So basically Dehancer is a film emulation. A film emulation is like, it's a plugin that you have in your DaVinci Resolve, and it basically gives you a film look to the videos that you shot on a digital camera. So you'd probably ask yourself, like, why would someone shoot film if you can shoot digitally? Well, film has some like really nice organic look that you don't get with digital cameras. Digital cameras look digital, you know. When you shoot something on film, it has such a pleasant, I don't know, like a color, the warmth and everything. It looks completely different. It just looks pleasant to the eye, you know. So a lot of directors still shoot on film. Right now I can think about Christopher Nolan or Quentin Tarantino, and the movies I can think about are Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and The Dark Knight, Dunkirk. All these movies were shot mostly on film. There are still a lot of movies shot digitally, but like I said, film has a completely different look, and that is what Dehancer gives you. Dehancer gives you this filmic look, and even if you don't have like a really expensive film camera, you can still have this look, you know. So all right, so now I'm going to show you how I use Dehancer and what kind of things you can do with Dehancer, and explain a little bit the functions so you know how actually you can get the look that you want to get. Alright guys, so I'm in the color tab of DaVinci Resolve. Dehancer says in their manual and on their website that you should put Dehancer always on the last node. The ones that you have in front of Dehancer can be used however you like. What I mostly do is I put Dehancer here and I put the color space transform the color space transform here. So let's get this here and go into, I will add Dehancer later, but this was shot on Sony A7iii. I'm actually not using, I'm shooting mostly in S-Log2, but not in the S gamut. I'm just shooting in the ITU 709 matrix. So for me, the input color space is Rec 709. The input gamma is S-Log2. Then Rec 709 and gamma 2.4. This is a good starting point to grade my footage. So by putting Dehancer basically on the last node, that means that you should see this as basically the perfect exposure, let's say, like when you're filming, and this is like your camera that shoots film, you know. So okay, you will get it. I will put Dehancer here. All right, so you already see, basically you have, I will close all of these sections that we have. All right, so, okay, so input. For me, like I said, it's Rec 709 because I did a color space transform. If you don't want to do color space transform here, you can also do it here. You can even like choose your own camera, like you can do, yeah, I'm not going to, but I can show you. Choose camera, then you can go to, I don't know, Sony, DJI, so for your drone even. Apple is added, so the Apple lock on the iPhone 15, and you see all of these other camera manufacturers, and you can choose the camera format and everything. So basically you can do the color space transform in here. So that's also nice that you don't have to go actually into the color space transform here, but you can do it in here. But this is my workflow, so maybe yours is different. All right, so let's look into this. So the profile. This is basically the film stock that you can choose. I personally really like the Kodak Vision 3 film stock. What I have find out when I was doing some research, is that the D is for daylight and the T is for dark, like for the nighttime. This stands for tungsten, this should stand for daylight. So this is shot during golden hour, so let's see what looks really nice. I actually like this with the, yeah, this looks really nice. So then here you can change like how it affects your footage, push and pull. But what I basically like to do beforehand, before adjusting everything here, is go into the first node, which is the primary node, and then I like to adjust everything here, and then I go into Dehancer. So let's do that. I'm just going to do like some basic adjustments that I like to do. Okay, I like to make this look a little bit warmer, like this maybe. All right, add a little contrast. Like I said, guys, this is my workflow. I mean, maybe yours is completely different, but this is how I do things basically every time. Okay, let's do it like this and add a little bit of gain to make it, and make the shadows a bit brighter. So let's see the before and after. It's completely different. I mean, I really like this look. To me, it looks really cinematic. It's really up to you what you do. Like I said, basically this is how I do it. When you edit here, you should see lift is the shadows, gamma is the midtones, gain is the highlights, and offset is like the complete image, so you can light it completely up. All right, so the film compression. What this do is basically like film has like a much bigger dynamic range. So if you like enable it, you can see in the highlights, you should check the highlights, that it looks way more balanced. You see, like here around these edges, looks way more balanced there. So you can play around with it. You see what it gives. Mostly I just play around with the sliders and look what looks nice to my eye. Okay. Then expand. You can change the black point. You can make it really unsaturated, and you can make it really dark in the shadows, basically. And the white point, that is like, you can really that's a little bit too blown out, but you get what it does, right? So you see, what do we have here? Also here, basically, I went into my first node. I did it there because I'm used to it, but you can also change a lot of things here. So you can change the exposure. Okay, let's reset that one. The temperature, you see. So basically everything. This looks actually kind of nice, like this. So let's before and after. It's completely different. All right, so let's look a little bit further. Print. Here what I like is to like use this Kodak print film. Basically most like really famous Hollywood films, or not most, a lot of them, let's say, are using this Kodak 2383 print film. I actually tried to study how this works. I kind of understand it now, how these things work, but I'm still a little bit confused how everything in the process of shooting film and like bringing it into life or on your screen, how it basically all works. But yeah, I mean, it gives a nice look. You can still tweak it here a little bit. So yeah, I mean, You see all the sliders. Basically, I just try to like push them around and see what you like the most. Dehancer really helps to give you already a nice look, that it already looks graded without you having to grade that much, and it gives you really this cinematic look. Okay, so in the color head you can also enable and disable, so you can, like in the color head you can still change a lot of things. But yeah, this is a little too much. But like, it's all in different scenarios. Like if you have a scenario for this, you can use it. It will like make your footage look really nice. This kind of reminds me of Blade Runner. So, I mean, you probably can get a look like that with this. So go crazy with it. Try different settings and you will see what fits your footage the best. Here you can enable and disable the film grain. If you really want to go like for that really like retro look, you can turn it on. I also like it off. Like, I mean, this looks really great and you don't need that film grain every time there, you know? It's really up to you what you like. I mean, it looks nice, but it looks also nice without it. But you can change here and you see all these different, this is much more grainy, and you can actually, all of them, you can try all of these out and you see what fits your footage the best. But yeah, let's say I turn it off. For me, this looks really nice without it. It only affects the colors and make it look really cinematic. So the next one is the halation. What does the halation do? It basically gives the edges like really nice glow. You can change this up. You see it affects the edges, gives like a really nice look, like. And you can go into custom, and here in custom you can basically also move around the sliders. Yeah, you see. It's all preference. I mean, for me, I think I would choose just one of these presets, and let's see how much. It's subtle, it's not too much, but it looks really good. The same for bloom. If you enable bloom, you have also like this like glow around, like, I don't know, like in the highlights. Basically bloom reminds me really like of the black mist filter. So you can add it like in post, you know, so you can add like a black mist effect after you shot it, so you don't have to like, because when you shoot with a black mist filter, it's baked in, you know, and when you shoot like without it and add some bloom, you basically get kind of the same effect, you know, so that's really nice. But yeah, it's really also up to you what you like. Film damage, that's basically like if you turn that on, then I will try to play it, but I think it will be, oh yeah, you can see it maybe here in the darks. You see those little spots appear. That's what film damage does. All right, so the next one that we have is film breath. So when you enable it, basically what film breath should do is give you like this feel like when the film is rolling, sometimes you have some shifts and exposures, like some imperfections in the film. Basically digital cameras don't have these. That's something that we work to, so we don't have that anymore. But it still gives like this really nostalgic feel when you can see it. In this footage you really can't see it at this point, but that is basically what it does to give it like a little bit more life in the exposure and in the like the shifting of the colors, and yeah, if you get what I mean. Okay, the next one that we have is gateway. So what this basically does is, like when you have film rolling, it sometimes doesn't go like really straight. It's like maybe a little bit like shaky, or I don't know, like moving from left to right. So that's basically what this does. It makes it a little bit shaky, you know, give that like a feeling that it was shot on film. You have also different options here. Probably every single one of them does it a little bit more or less, but yeah, that's what it basically does. The next one that we basically have here is vignette. So you can add and remove a little bit of the vignette. Also, this is really preference, what you like, what kind of look you're trying to get. So yeah, this is basically all up to you, what you like. Here you have also some like monitoring, like clipping indication, if there are some colors that are clipping, but I can see nothing at this point. I'm not sure if it's not working correctly or nothing is clipping, but I don't know, I can't imagine that because this looks really dark, but yeah. And you have also here's a false color, so you can also check what's overexposed or underexposed. So yeah, that's some help for you. And here you have like the total impact, that you can basically like change how much the footage is affected by everything that you have done. And here you can also export a lot, that you can basically use this on some footage that you have later that kind of looks the same, so you don't have to go through all of this again. All right, let's do one more, just so I will just go fast over this one without a lot of explanation, so you can see how I can make this footage look. This is on some bridge in Sicily. I think this will look really nice. All right, so let's start with color space transform, Dehancer. Okay, and let's try something. We have so many film stocks that we can use. So here's Cinestill. This looks actually really nice, the Cinestill 800T. Not sure if it's like the right film stock for this kind of footage, but it looks nice to me. I mean, let's try this one. Not sure about you, but this really makes me think of The Godfather. This was filmed in Sicily, not far from Corleone, what was basically the city that Don Corleone came from. So it's yeah, the vibe is there, you know. So okay, let's see what we can do here. Still, I'm going to edit it a little bit here, I think. So let's see. All right, let's add a little bit of temperature, a bit of contrast, some color boost. All right. I really love this look. I mean, this looks so cool. Looks like a really old movie. It's okay. So actually turn on the film compression. This is really what I love, like in the skies, as you can see, the compression that you have makes it look really movie-like. I mean, look at that difference. I mean, that's really amazing. Love it. I really love this. Okay. Let's see the different prints. The Kodak, the glossy paper looks really nice also. Let's maybe add a little bit of exposure. Yes, like this. Look at that. Looks amazing. I love it. great. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't change that much. Yeah, let's add some maybe. Alright, let's add some halation and some bloom. And look at that. Yeah, it's a little bit shaky, but look how it looks. It's amazing. It looks completely like some old movie. Yeah, this is really nice. I mean, it's crazy what you can do with this Dehancer and how good it looks. I mean, I had a lot of like LUTs that made like a film emulation, but none of them look like this. There was always something missing, you know? And this is so easy to grade and get like a really nice look by just adjusting some sliders. So this is super nice, like if you're a beginner and you're like, yeah, you want to have some filmic or cinematic look, this thing is really nice and it will really help you and it will give your footage just something more, you know? Okay guys, so I mean, I really love Dehancer. It's a really great tool. I will use it a lot, probably on client jobs also. And I mean, it just gives something else. Like if you show this to someone, he will be like, whoa, like what camera did you use, you know? And that's something. Yeah, let's talk about maybe the cons. It's really like hard on your CPU. But like if you like use some like optimized media in DaVinci Resolve and you put your playback like not on like full quality, it will be okay. I mean, you can really like playback it and it's not such a big issue. The most lag is caused mostly by the film grain. So if you turn that off and you just turn it back on when you're going to export it, I think it will be okay. The price for Dehancer is 450 I think dollars or euros, so I think dollars it is. I mean, it's quite a bit of money, but you get a lot of tool for that money, you know? You get really something that is usable, that you can use like for client work, for just some creative work that you want to put on YouTube or Instagram or whatever. I mean, there are a lot of LUT packs out there for a lot of money that you would pay and they would actually never look like this. So I think it's really worth the money. Like if you have the money and you want to like get something else and try something else and have like a look that you don't get out of something else, I would actually really go for it. Okay, so Dehancer didn't pay me anything, just to be clear. They only gave me like a license so I could do this review, and they didn't see the review before I uploaded it to YouTube, so it's not biased or anything, so you can be sure that I'm just speaking the truth about it. And yeah, I just like it. I just really like it. I'm sure you will like it too. And if you have some questions, just put them in the comments below. I'll try to help you with them. Yeah, Dehancer has also a phone app. I will do a separate review on that one. I just wanted to focus on the DaVinci Resolve plugin in this review, so I didn't want to mix things up. So later I will do another review and upload it also. So if you have some questions, please put them in the comments below and I will try to help you. I hope it was clear. Like I said, I'm not a professional colorist. I just do things how I like them, how I think they look nice. So sorry if I did something wrong and you have the feeling that I didn't know what I was talking about. You can always correct me like in the comments and say to me like what you think that I should have done better. All right guys, thank you for watching. Subscribe, leave a comment below, give me a like, and have a nice day. Bye bye.